What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today we're going to be talking about the settings. A lot of people have been asking me recently, could you make another settings video? Could you show us your settings? And personally, I don't get it. I don't really change my settings much, but I did change my settings around a lot since the last time I made a video like this. So I will actually show you guys my current settings in the game. The settings that you should be playing on, you could change the sensitivity and stuff, but the other settings you guys should really follow 100%, and it's going to make you a lot better at this game. They actually help. Like, if you go into the settings, you can see a whole bunch of stuff that you probably don't even mess with, but you guys should. So definitely, guys, make sure to leave a comment down below. I want to know one thing. I want to know what sensitivity everyone plays on. Just let me know your horizontal and vertical sensitivity down in the comments below. I always get mixed chat about that. Like, people say a higher sensitivity is better, people say a lower sensitivity is better, and all that kind of stuff. So let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe if you guys are new around here with those notifications turned on, obviously. Drop a like on this video as well, guys, and let's get into the actual settings. So a lot of people, what they like to know is my sensitivity, my aim assist, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna tell you guys how I move my button layout and all that kind of stuff, general audio and account, obviously we don't have to look at, but we're gonna look at this quickly here, guys. The button layout preset, this one is how you control how you move with your actual controller. So a lot of people do not play on flipped, they play on a regular, and then they play on default. So what default does pretty much is you shoot with these buttons down here, and then you run around, and then you jump with X. And I hate moving my thumb. I hate moving my thumb from my joystick to my actual X button. So what I play on, and this is what I like a lot, is stick and move. That means that I could jump without taking my finger off the joystick whatsoever. I just press down on the joystick. That's probably the best. But then I also press square here, this button right here, so that I could play on flipped. So I don't shoot with these buttons down here. I shoot with these ones up here. And there's a little difference. There's very little difference. But as you guys can see, I'm going to try to show you as best as I can. This takes a long time to go down. This button goes down right away. So when you're playing an FPS game, and when you're playing like a game where it takes so fast to kill someone less than a second, that makes a huge difference. So it doesn't seem like it does, but guys, play on flipped, get used to using the top bumpers instead. Now the next one, the stick layout preset, I really play on default. I don't like all of these things. I don't like playing inverted or anything like that. It's weird. Invert vertical look, no way, no thank you. That means that when you look left with your joystick, you're actually gonna be looking right. When you look up, you're gonna be looking down. It's weird. I can't play like that. And then my horizontal sensitivity and my vertical, this is something I changed. So here I play on 11 for horizontal, and here I play on 10 for vertical. Now some people might think it's too low, some people might think it's too high. I think it's perfect for the way I play. If you guys like lower sensitivity, that is one thing that you don't have to follow on this video. But the reason I do this is so that I could turn on people really fast, I could go around the map really fast, and when I'm aiming down sights, I don't have to worry about losing accuracy because I keep my ADS sensitivity pretty low. I put it down to 88. I used to play on 93 or 95 and stuff like that, but I realized playing on 88, I'm a lot more accurate. This is when you're aiming down sights, you won't be moving as fast. You're going to be a lot more accurate. And this paired up with your aim response and all that kind of stuff, and the aim assist is going to be a lot better for you. Now, speaking of aim response curve type, I keep this one on standard. I'll be honest, I don't really know the difference between the linear and the dynamic, so I stay on standard just because I feel like it plays a lot better. I have tried the other ones, I just don't like it. It feels weird, but there is one thing I did change, and that is the aim assist. But before we go there, my controller vibration is always off. I feel like when my controller vibrates, it really messes with my thumb and like my accuracy and stuff, so that stays off 100%. But my aim assist, this is one thing you guys could change. I keep it on standard, but there's a reason for that. But the best one to use is the precision. The precision is the best one you guys could be using in the game. This gives you a strong aim slowdown that only kicks in when aiming closer to targets, and it's best for accurate players. This one is the best. So pretty much I'm gonna give you guys an example here. The standard one, the traditional aim slowdown near target, is this is the enemy right here, my deodorant. This is the enemy and this is your gun, okay? You're shooting, once you get closer, it kicks in. The aim assist starts to kick in around here and you lock onto the target, but you don't really stay locked on. The precision one is really good because it doesn't kick in here, but once you get closer to the enemy, it kicks in and it kind of snaps. So you stay on target. So if you're really good at aiming and you could like aim down sights right at the person right away, precision is for you. But if you're new at the game and you're new at FPS games in general, you might want to use focusing because this gives you a strong aim slowdown that only kicks in when narrowly missing the target. So let's say you're shooting at the target, you're directly on the guy, you're shooting him directly, and then your gun, you start missing a little bit, it kicks right back onto the target. So that's a good one if you're new at the game, and hopefully my little deodorant example was a good one. I'm not even sure. Now everything else down here doesn't really matter. You don't really have to mess with anything down here, so let's just go straight to the general. Brightness is one one thing you want to change for sure. Look at the gameplay in the background right now. This is my brightness at 55, but if I were to crank my brightness all the way up to 100, this is what the game would look like. And a lot of people play with the brightness all the way up because they think they have to, but this game is very different compared to older CODs. You do not need a super bright game. You definitely don't want to have a super bright game playing this one because it messes everything up. And look how ugly it looks. It just looks really bad. The film grain, you definitely want to have that down to 0. The subtitles disabled, whatever language setting, doesn't matter. Colorblind, I'm not colorblind. If you are, find the best one for you. World motion blur, you want this off, because let's say, look at these two pictures here. Look how clear the one on the left is. If you're moving, look at the one on the right. That's what it looks like. If there's an enemy sitting in the window and you're moving fast, you won't see him. So make sure to disable world motion blur, and then weapon motion blur as well. When you're aiming down sights, it stays very good. The picture stays super clear, but if you have the motion blur on, you might be missing your target a bit because it's blurring out and all that kind of stuff. Going down to some pretty important ones. We're going to forget about all these here. We're going to go to audio, because this is probably the most important, especially if you play with headsets. Now, headsets are really damn good in this game because you could hear literally everything, and if you fix your audio right, you will hear it a lot better. So what I highly recommend is boost high or boost low. These are the best audio mixes to use within the game. These allow you to hear footsteps, they allow you to hear everything so much louder. If a grenade hits the floor in the middle of the map, you're going to know exactly where that is because of your headsets, especially if you have a good headset. Master volume I keep at 100, but music volume I turn down all the way to 30 because this game is damn loud. The music is super loud, and there's music going on for like the first minute of every match, so you definitely don't want to only hear the music. So I put that down. I just find it's ridiculously loud in this game, so I don't want to hear that all the time. The dialogue volume, this is another important one. This is where the enemies are doing callouts and stuff. I don't put it all the way down to 30 like I do with the music, but I do keep it kind of low at 65. I do want to hear callouts, but that's not the only thing I want to hear. But then the effects volume, I keep all the way at 100. This is grenades exploding, this is footsteps, this is literally all the effects within the game. This one is important as well. You want to hear this all the time. You want to hear where the footsteps are, you want to hear where grenades blow up, you want to hear where C4s go off, you want to hear where enemies are jumping, you want to hear everything. So definitely have your effects volume cranked up. Now, Juggernaut music, if you ever get the Juggernaut, you can definitely enable that. Hit marker sounds, I prefer classic, that's just me. Now, this is another important one right here. This is one that a lot of people don't really understand. So, voice chat, this is when you're talking to friends in the game. You definitely want to have that enabled, but you could disable it if you feel like. But my open mic threshold, I have at 3.16. So if there's anything lower than that, people will not be able to hear me. So if I'm talking to my mic and I'm whispering and my mic is like pretty far from me, let's say it's like this far from my face, they won't hear it. It won't pick up sounds coming from like the upstairs. It won't pick up anything. It won't pick up nothing like that. Now the voice chat volume, this one is what you hear in your headset from your friends talking. My friends have pretty good headsets, so I keep it at 106. I hear them very loud and clear. It's fine. But the microphone volume, this one, you guys definitely don't have to crank up this high. I cranked it to the max, but that's because my microphone is a little broken. You guys could see like it's missing here. This thing twists around and turns and all that kind of stuff. Like my mic is not good. My mic, and I think I just snapped it off completely. I did. Look at that, look at that. It's broken, guys. So my mic is not good. A lot of people complain that they can't hear me, and then I get into a lobby with like random people that are like, you're a YouTuber, but your mic sounds like trash, you must be fake. But I'm not buying another mic. I don't care, I really don't. So that's that. So I keep mine cranked up all the way. If you have a headset where people have trouble hearing you, crank it up all the way as well, and they should be able to hear you well. And this is probably the most important one right here, the voice chat effect. So you have no effect. This sounds exactly the way I'm talking in the mic right now, but then you have stealth comms, and this is the one that automatically goes on. So if you hear everybody talking in your mic, and let me just grab this can right here that I have, and they sound like this. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay, he's at B flag. Let's go. Run. I don't know. I hope that wasn't too loud for you guys. Let me take a sip, actually. That is because you have the stealth comms on, and the classic chatter as well sounds very bad. So if you think that people sound really bad in this game, put it on to no effect, and they're gonna sound like this. Hello, he's at B flag, rather than enemy at the shipping containers. I'm a little weird, right, guys? I get it. But yeah, that's it. That's my settings. It didn't change too much since the last video, but it did change significantly. And this one right here, the ADS multiplier, I recommend putting that lower. It helps you out a lot when aiming at enemies and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And by the way, this is the controller I play with, just a basic PlayStation controller with control freaks that you guys could use code YOOO, save yourself 10%, right? Might as well. I use control freaks for everything. It helps with your accuracy. It helps so much. But yeah, I don't play with paddles. I don't play with a modded controller. controller. I don't play with anything like that. I play with a regular PlayStation controller. So in case you guys are wondering, a lot of people ask me what type of controller I use. This one came with my PlayStation. Had it for like 4 or 5 years or something, man. I don't know how it's not broken yet. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like on it. Like I said, guys, if you could go down to the comments and let me know what sensitivity you play on, I'm really curious, because there's some people who snap on me, they turn on me so fast, and then there's other people that can't even turn on me at all. So I really want to know what type of sensitivity you guys play on. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here with those notifications turned on. Obviously, you guys want to be notified when I upload videos, because yeah, why not, right? My name is Nick, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!